Hey everybody, it's Kayla from Burlington Green with our second video for the Green Space video series. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the many Indigenous communities that have cared for the land and the creatures that inhabit them for thousands of years. Burlington as we know it today is rich in history and modern traditions of many First Nations and the Métis. From the Anishinaabe to the Haudenosaunee and the Métis, our lands spanning from Lake Ontario to the Niagara Escarpment are steeped in Indigenous history. Our green space, parkland, trails, and forests exist today because of Indigenous governance, respect, and protection of the land. I'd like to thank TD Park people for allowing us to continue this meaningful work of highlighting the importance of green space protection, restoration, and enjoyment. Today, I'd like to talk about a park that many of us know and love, LaSalle Park. When reviewing survey responses from our initial green space video, we noticed a lot of you had something special to say about LaSalle Park. And so we have decided to talk about its history and share some special stories with you.
Situated on Burlington's lakefront in the Aldershot community, LaSalle Park offers a variety of picturesque areas, including the waterfront area, trails, and open green space. Forest, playgrounds, fields, baseball diamonds, a splash pad, and more make up this 51-acre park. The wide variety of green space guarantees fun for the whole family, as many families have been enjoying this space for years.
LaSalle Park has had a huge impact on the health and safety of wildlife, notably the Trumpeter Swans. I reached out to Liz from the Trumpeter Swan Coalition, who had this to say about the importance of LaSalle Park and these resilient birds.
Hi everyone, my name is Liz and I'm with the Trumpeter Swan Coalition. LaSalle Park is a special place for many reasons, but one of the most important is that it's the overwintering site for the largest number of trumpeter swans in Ontario. Up to 200 trumpeters come to LaSalle every winter. Trumpeter swans, the largest swan in the world and native only to North America, were almost hunted out of existence. In fact, they were gone from Ontario for 100 years, but were brought back using eggs from Alaskan swans in the 1980s. Today, we have more than 1,000 trumpeter swans in Ontario. We don't know all the reasons the trumpeters have chosen LaSalle Park as their favorite winter spot, but we do know that it has abundant aquatic vegetation at the right depth for the trumpeters to feed on. It offers some shelter from northerly and easterly winds. There's a beach where they can preen and rest, and the water usually stays open for most of the winter. Many other water birds, including several types of ducks, also use the habitat at LaSalle in the winter. The very first trumpeter to migrate after the reintroduction program was a bird called Pigpen, who flew to LaSalle in the winter of 1993. She was a pioneer who encouraged others to follow her, resulting in the unique and important role LaSalle Park has played in this conservation effort. More trumpeter swans have also been tagged and banded by the Trumpeter Swan Restoration Group at LaSalle Park than any other site in Ontario, and young biologists come there to learn how to tag and band birds. The trumpeters arrive in late November and start to leave for their nesting sites in February, so if you haven't had time to check out LaSalle Park, the winter is a great time to go. Hope to see you there.
Thanks so much to Liz for sharing those stories with us. You can learn more about the Trumpeter Swan Coalition by visiting their website linked in the caption below. As we know, green spaces help provide parkland to those without access to backyards or open spaces. We were able to connect with Kevin Galbraith, councillor for Ward 1, who grew up in the Aldershot community and married his wife at the LaSalle Pavilion in 2000. Here is a quote of his of why he thinks urban green spaces like LaSalle Park are important.
A lot of local residents have large properties, but as we intensify as a city and more apartment and condo buildings surround neighborhoods, parkland is going to be ever more important because I believe many of those people who don't have a yard and don't have outdoor space will want to use the local parks.
We couldn't agree more, and this is why we think it's so important to protect our natural green space. We also reached out to BG friend and board member Susan Fraser, who had this to say about LaSalle Park.
One of the greatest wonders found in our beautiful city is LaSalle Park, tucked along the lake in the village of Aldershot. People are drawn to this peaceful oasis for so many reasons. There's a small trail system that you can follow through the Carolinian forest along a boardwalk that leads you to the marina. Due to the generous size of the park and its unique microclimate, it is a thriving green space full of spectacular flora and fauna. As you walk through LaSalle, look carefully as there are many old-growth pines and oaks still standing, a rarity in southern Ontario. The waterfront provides a beautiful vista of Burlington Bay. No matter the season or time of day, there are always people here enjoying the peace and extraordinary beauty of the park. It's so important for citizens to have access to green space. It gives us pause in our busy urban life to connect to nature and to see the beauty of each day.
And just like this space means a lot to Burlington residents, it means a lot to Burlington Green too. BG has taken eco-action to improve local biodiversity in various parts of Burlington, including LaSalle Park.
Each year, BG participates at the Trumpeter Swan Coalition event to help raise awareness about the world's largest swan. In 2012, Burlington Green partnered with Evergreen Foundation, Conservation Halton, and the City of Burlington to rehabilitate parts of the park for the 2012 Green Up. Some of the seedlings we planted are now over 3 meters tall.
Many families have enjoyed this area through all of our seasons, taking children and grandchildren to toboggan, picnic, have some splash pad fun, playing baseball at the Diamonds, and so much more. Generations of memories have been made, and we are hopeful that these wonderful memories will continue for generations to come. Thank you to our friends, Liz from the Trumpeter Swan Coalition, local reporter Jillian Francis, Kevin Galbraith, and Susan Fraser for sharing their stories of what LaSalle Park means to them. You can share your park experiences with us too. Complete our brief survey through the link in the caption and let us know what Burlington's green spaces mean to you for a chance to win a $25 MEC gift card. Let's continue to work together to help keep Burlington's parks clean, green, and an integral part of our community. Thanks for watching.